Hi everybody, this is Boog-Ass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Magik figure. So before we take a look at Magik, let's take a look at her numerous accessories. So this exclusive figure has tons of accessories. I'm hoping that more of the future Walgreens exclusives will have this many accessories. So first up, she comes with this alternate open hand, and we've seen this hand before. I think it was Scarlet Witch. Maybe it wasn't Scarlet Witch. I know we've seen this hand used before. She comes with two magic effects. Well, she comes with more than two magic effects. But she comes with these Scarlet Witch effects from the Vision 2-pack. And this time they're colored blue. And they're the same thing as Scarlet Witch one, so you just have to kind of put it over her hand, like so. And that's what the open hand's for, because she comes with her soul swords. So these effects are, I think, just for show, really. Am I putting this one on right? I don't think I'm putting it on right. There. So there the effects are over her arms. I think this one looks better than this one, just because this one actually goes on her arm. What I have done too is, since her mutant ability is to travel through space and time, to do that, to wrap it around her feet. I think it looks cool like that. So let me wrap it around this one. So that's what I do with it. I know they're meant to go over her arms, but since she can travel to different places, that's her power. She can open up portals and travel through time and to other places. So, you know, time and space. So up next, she comes with this lightning effect, and we saw this with the Thor from the Valkyrie and Thor 2-pack, and we've also seen this on the Marvel Legends Storm figure. And I really don't like this effect. I'll admit, I don't like it. Because I feel like it should be a little shorter, or it should, like, peg together or something. It just looks messy, you know? So, there she is with that. And I really don't like this effect. So let's go ahead and switch her hand out here. She comes with her new soul sword. Because during Marvel Now, she got a redesign of it. Or maybe it's her second one. I just know it did change during Marvel Now. And her soul sword, the Marvel Now version, looks really nice. It's got some sculpting to the handle there. And the blade is translucent yellow. So that's pretty cool because you can see magic through it. And she holds it really well. Like, since it's so big, I figured that her hand would just fall over like some of the figures with heavier accessories do. But it doesn't. I think I actually like this version better than the Comic-Con version. I don't have it, but I've seen pictures of it. And the sword was white, and her eyes were completely whited out. I just like this one a lot better. Something that I've done with this lightning effect is slid it over the soul sword there. Like, not like that. Let's trying to get this one here. Probably won't do it while I'm actually recording. No, it's not going to do it. But I have managed to wrap this around the soul sword, and it looks really awesome like that. She comes with her older soul sword. I can't remember if she actually used this during Marvel Now. I know she's seen with it on the covers, but... And I've read a lot of the Marvel Now Uncanny X-Men. It's just been quite a while. But the blade is translucent blue, which looks awesome. And the silver paint came out kind of spotty, but it doesn't really bother me. And she comes with the flame effect from Psylocke. And she can hold this very well, too. Like, it is really tight to get in her hand, but that's what I want. I don't want it to be flimsy, you know. I don't want it to fall out of her hand. Up next, she comes with a dragon from Limbo. And this is just Lockheed, but this one is cast in a translucent red color, where this one's kind of a metallic purple. And this one has a little bit of gold detailing to it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And if you want, it is kind of complicated, but you can get it wrapped around her neck. Most of the time I just do that, wrapped around her hair. Because she doesn't have a swivel to her neck. It's literally just a ball joint, if you can see up in there. So getting her head to turn the way you need to put the tail through here is a little bit complicated. But it can be done. So I'll set that to the side here. And finally, she comes with this, what I'm assuming is just a demon from Limbo. But it's just a Ghost Rider skull recolored. And I guess it's just an extra accessory, just something to pack in. Because she can't hold it. I mean, she has an open hand, but it's really tiny. It's not going to hold it, you know. But she comes with this completely red Ghost Rider skull. And the flame's yellow. The flame kind of reminds me of Human Torch, because it's that yellowish color. Now, let's pop the head off here. Now, sometimes when she does use a lot of her magic, she becomes Dark Child. So, I found that you can also pop that head on there. It is a little big, but it doesn't look too bad, you know. So, you could do that if you wanted to. So, let's put her head back on here. And just real quick, showing what this would look like on Ghost Rider, because I haven't tried it yet. So there's what it looks like with the red skull on, with the new skull on, I should say, not red skull. Well, it is red, but not red skull. And I'm not really a fan of it. I do like the flame effect on the top of the skull better on Magik's demon head. But you could do that if you wanted to. So finally, let's take a look at the head sculpt of Magik. So the head sculpt is really nice, and the eyes came out very cleanly. On some of the groups I'm on Facebook, like the Marvel Legends collecting and stuff, I have seen quite a few that have horrible paint apps with the eyes. I traded for this one, so, you know, I didn't have a choice in what the paint apps were, but the paint apps on this one came out just fine. And the lips are painted nicely. I like how it's outlined in black. I think that looks really nice. And her hair has some paint shading to it. Well, it's actually cast in that dark brownish blonde color, and the blonde is painted over top of it. But I do like it. It gives some paint variation to her hair. And she doesn't have a whole lot of sculpting to her, because her torso right here is exclusive to this figure. The belt buckle's new. Well, I shouldn't say new, because this is originally a figure from the Comic-Con box set of 2014 or 2015. But it's new for this figure, you know. And that rivet right there kind of missed its mark. But the buckle came out pretty clean. And so did the X on her arm. I'm surprised, because they painted red over black, and we all know how that goes if you've seen any of my reviews. Usually when I get a figure that has red painted over black, it looks absolutely horrible. But that came out very cleanly. No scuff marks and no black showing through. And on her left arm, she has that armor. It has some nice sculpting detail to it. And it has a slight wash of silver over it. It's cast in black and has like a wash of silver over it. So that looks really nice. And now this is where it gets different from the previous release. I mean, other than paint, of course. So, the boots. These are the boots from the, let me just take these off. These are the boots from the X-23 figure, the X-Force X-23 figure. And I like it better, because originally, her legs were just exactly like the standard female body mold. They were just all one piece, no sculpting or anything. But I do like that they gave her these boots, like combat boots. That looks good. But if you notice, all the buckles miss their mark. Like right here is where it starts, and over here is where it's actually painted on. And it's a little worse with the left leg, or the left foot. Because this boot, the buckles on them are completely cockeyed and completely miss their mark. But if you have it back here, it doesn't look bad. But if you're really looking at it, you'll see that they completely missed their mark. So now let's go over her articulation. She has a ball jointed head that can't look back at all because of the way the hair is sculpted, and because it's just a normal ball peg. Like there's no swivel to it. It's just a straight up ball peg. But she can look down all the way, and she can move her head side to side. She has ball jointed shoulders. Her left shoulder can move out farther than her right shoulder can move out farther than her left shoulder, because she has the spiked armor on her left shoulder. Well, on her left arm, too. She has single-jointed elbow that can bend in all the way. It's also on a swivel. She has swivel wrist that can move side to side and up and down. And on this arm, it can bend in not quite all the way. And the swivel at the wrist is a little less, too, because of the arm. It's bulkier. So the articulation on her left arm is a little less than on her right arm. She has a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back just a little bit. She can crunch forward just a little bit. And it can move side to side. She has ball-jointed hips that can move out that far. She can kick forward all the way. You want to keep that knee bent or it looks like she just broke her leg. She can kick back not very far. She has swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee, swivel at the boot, swivel at the ankle, and an ankle rocker. So the articulation is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty standard, honestly. So now let's do some size comparisons. So let's get her to stand. Which it is a little tricky, but you can get her standing with both of her accessories. So first up, here she is next to Warlock. Next to one of her New Mutant teammates, Warlock. And he is much taller than her. He's just about as tall as my whole diorama here that I do reviews on. So that tells you how tall he really is. Here she is next to her brother, Colossus. And the height difference is pretty well correct on these. So that's pretty awesome. And finally, here she is next to my Kit Bash Kitty Pride. And the reason for this is, well, first off, I used Wasp's head on this body because Kitty has short hair now. And I was trying to figure out the perfect head to use, and I think this one works pretty well. But I wanted to show, I haven't tried this, so this is my first time trying it. Seeing if the head will pop onto this to make the New Mutants Magik. And no. That ball peg is way too big. You could shave it down, or you could Dremel out Magik's head to fit that. But I would not recommend doing that. If you have an extra of each of these figures, then yeah, go for it, because you'll have to pop the arm off, probably Dremel this out a little bit, and then put this arm on. So it'd take a lot to make this figure, which this is a super hard to find figure. Everybody was talking about it up until a few days ago when that PlayStation 4 Spider-Man Marvel Legend figure was released in stores. So I don't know if people are still looking for this, or now people are just looking for the Spider-Man. But overall, I would highly recommend this figure, because if you're like me and didn't get, or weren't able to get the San Diego Comic-Con Book of the Vishanti set, because honestly, this is the only figure I wanted from that whole set, then this is perfect. And I think this one has much better paint apps and just looks better overall. And she has tons of accessories too, so even if you don't use these accessories for her, then you can use it for other figures that you may have. So, overall, I would highly recommend this figure. So if you like this review, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. Thanks for watching.